Hello, hello, hello! Hi, hi, hi! Welcome to the finale, hopefully, of VLR, Virtue's Last Reward. Oh my god. Last time on VLR. To think that's gonna be like one of the last times I have to say that sentence, holy shit. That is going to be fucking wild. Last time on VLR, we did some stuff. No, we finished up the Q room, this quantum room. We got a hologram of Akane. God bless her, God love her, Akane Kurashiki. We learned a little bit about Junpei, God bless him. And after literally going back in time to save Akane, whether or not the cat was alive or dead, we don't know, we escaped. Only to find out that we are on a moon base, and that like half the cast is aware of that. Yeah. We left off by going back into the building and heading into the biodome, in which a gravestone waited for us. And now we are going to see what's inside. Terrifying. We're opening like a grave. That cannot be good. All right, well, without a further ado, let's not waste our time. Why do people betray each other? For money. That's why. All right, let's resume. To Agro Iris. I think so.
What should we do? Are we gonna dig her out?
Yeah, we're gonna dig her out. No, I don't think we have to do anything like that. You see the keyhole in the grave? If I just... Aha! Insert this here. I pulled the key off of my ankle and fitted it into the hole. I twisted it into the right until I heard something unlock. Ooh. With a quiet grinding, the grave began to shift. Oh! Ooh.
What is this?
She put herself in a treatment pod? What the fuck?
It doesn't look like a coffin.
Yeah, it's a treatment pod. Oh my god.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Did she freeze herself? No, that wouldn't have been enough time. The glass on the cover had frosted, making it opaque. Oh, maybe she did. Holy shit. We couldn't see who or what was in it.
Let's see what's inside.
She grabbed a hold of the lever on the side of the pod.
No good. I think it's locked.
Yeah, no shit. What?
Treatment pod TP00. Stage 1. Defrosting
Oh,
complete.
it still has to defrost. Okay, so they did freeze. Akane freezed herself? What?
Stage 2 will be complete in 10 minutes.
Oh, great. Well, we're gonna be here for a fucking while, aren't we?
Once stage 2 is complete, the lock will automatically disengage.
Amazing. Well, now what? Right, cold sleep.
What?
These pods can put people into cold sleep. It uses something called CAS to freeze human bodies without destroying their cells.
So, Mizakane's like an ice cube?
Yeah, sounds like it. It wouldn't be the... Ironically, it would not be the first time some shit like this has happened to Akane. I think so.
Then we gotta wait till she melts?
Yeah. Yeah.
So how about you tell us your story while we wait, Kay?
Yeah. Why are you so shifty? What's up with you? What's up with you, Kay? Huh?
Specifically, why do you know Akane?
Oh, well, we know why. We know why. Come on, tell the class.
I remembered
What?
What do you remember?
everything.
Well, ain't that just fucking convenient? Okay, you could do no wrong. None at all.
I was born and raised in this facility.
Well,
It's called Rhizome 9.
Oh, okay. You really remember. Oh. Alright.
A rhizome is an underground plant stem that spreads by sending out roots.
Okay.
Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? This facility is a little like a rhizome. Supposedly, that's why they call these installations that.
Oh, so there's many of them. Alright.
The number comes from the facility's number. There are 54 rhizomes on the moon, and this is the 9th one.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Well, I suppose the other ones don't really matter to you, do they? In any event, I grew up here with Akane and Zero Senior.
Okay.
I watched them create the AB project.
The AB project?
Yes. Its purpose is to send Phi and Sigma, or their consciousnesses at least, to the past.
Wait a minute. You were very reluctant about the whole project, though. You didn't like it. Why do you... I wouldn't think you would remember all of this. Why do you... Back 45 years, right?
Yes.
So, you want us to change history, huh?
Sounds like it.
Go back and keep Radical 6 from getting out, and stop the reactors from exploding. That's our mission?
Well, not exactly.
What do you mean?
It's true that the ultimate goal of the project is to keep Radical 6 from spreading to the general population. But even if you do make it back, you won't be able to do much.
Oh, well, fucking great.
By now, it's already too late.
Then what's the point? Wait, what?
Too late?
What do you mean?
Let me begin at the beginning.
Okay, great.
You might be thinking that Zero Senior and Akane were the ones who created all this. But that's not entirely correct. They only followed the histories they'd already seen. It was the only choice they had. Nothing less than the future of mankind is at stake. We need the two of you to jump through timelines while maintaining your memories. That is why you had to play the AB game, and why the chromatic doors were necessary.
To get us better at remembering. Alright.
By forcing multiple options, you could make numerous jumps.
I'm gonna just turn that down a little bit. Okay. Sure.
We speculated that jumping more would strengthen your memories.
Which seems to be true.
The puzzles were also there for a purpose. Some theories hold that a moment of insight when you solve a puzzle strengthens your connection to the fourth dimension.
Y'all, I know we're kind of like shifty on K right now, but like the way he's talking.
That was the reason for the puzzles. Your infection with Radical 6 was also a vital part of our plan. By slowing down your brain's processing speed, we can store your potential. With that energy stored up, we just had to provide a life or death situation to launch your consciousness into the fourth dimension.
Okay.
Like a bullet from a slingshot.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's Akane. Akane used that metaphor. K?
Wait. Hold on just a minute here. You keep talking about Sigma and Phi, but what about the rest of us?
No. Go back to the fucking metaphor. That's Akane's metaphor. Like, I know he lived with her, but like, she had just used that I smell a rat. I smell a stunt. Something's up in here. I don't like it, but also a good point, Tamioji. Why the fuck are all the rest of you here?
Why did you bring us here?
That's simple. In earlier histories, you were all here in Rhizome 9.
Amazing. So you're just here because you were already here.
We needed you here to accurately replicate those histories. Although I suppose that's probably not a good enough explanation for you. In a sense, though, it is the truth. Our primary goal was to replicate history. The rest is... Yes, I suppose I should explain.
Yes, you should. I don't trust this K. You know why? Because they talk a lot like...
Very well. I will try and do so in a way you can understand. First, Alice and Clover.
Yeah, I'm most curious about them, actually. Let's be honest. Like, Temioji's here for his reasons with Akane. Kay's here because Kay's actually here. Luna's here because she was built as a robot here. These two, and I'm guessing also, I don't know. At least we know that these two were brought here specifically.
They were abducted 45 years and 1 month ago, on December 22nd, 2028. The location is Earth, of course. More specifically, Los Angeles, California.
Oh, okay.
Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
After being kidnapped, your bodies were sent to a facility under Akane's direction. You were placed in treatment pods and immediately put into cold sleep.
So we have confirmed 2 of the cold sleep victims. Which we kind of already knew, but it's nice to have confirmation.
4 months later, you arrived at this facility. The date you finally arrived was April 14th, 2029. Your trip from Earth to this facility was aboard a spaceship powered by an annihilation engine. Following your arrival, your pods were placed in long-term storage. Does that make sense?
Are you telling me we were sleeping in those pods here for 45 years?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yes, in preparation for this day.
But why? What do you need us for?
You are an Esper, aren't you, Clover?
I don't like that Kay knows that. I really don't like that Kay knows that. Oh, shit.
I mean that you are able to access the 4th dimension. Am I wrong?
Did Akane tell you?
In a manner of speaking.
What? What do you mean by that? In a manner of speaking? What? Huh? I'm sorry, I'm so loud. What do you mean? What do you mean?
As I've already explained, the purpose of this project is to send Sigma and Phi's consciousnesses to the past.
And because you're an Esper, you can strengthen that.
Espers are able to sort of resonate with one another, which can amplify their power. You understand? And this is why we brought you here, Clover.
And Alice? She's not an Esper, is she?
What about me?
We needed your help, Alice, to deactivate Dio's bombs.
Oh.
Huh? But I didn't do anything.
But you did. In another history, you were able to perform a prime decomposition on the 25-digit integer that Dio left behind.
Okay. This isn't K. This is not K. Or if it is K, he's jumping a lot, which I don't think he can.
Only you could do that sort of thing. Because of your feat of mathematics, we were about to determine that Dio had planted the bombs. Then we were able to question him, and finally, we used that information to stop the bomb in this timeline. Without your help, Alice, we would have been reduced to nothing more than so much space dust. This history exists because of your presence.
Oh my god.
Now, let me explain why we needed Tenmyoji and Quark.
Why did you... Yeah, okay, explain why the kid is here. Tenmyoji I get, but Quark, what the hell?
Tenmyoji is simple. We needed you for the same reason we needed Clover.
Esper.
You are able to access the 4th dimension. Almost half a century ago, you used that ability to save a young girl, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
We needed you to resonate with Sigma and Phi, so we brought you here. All it took was a messenger.
Do you want to see Akane? If you do, come with me.
Of course. The one thing that brings him back to this place, or back to Zero, is Akane. Oh god, that's so sick and sweet. I hate it.
I was a fool and fell for it.
Of course you were. Of course you were.
And you brought Quark with you.
Why?
In fact, you insisted that he come.
Why?
Yeah, I know. I guess you were worried about leaving me alone, huh?
Oh, okay, if it's for that reason, I understand, but like, putting your child in a dangerous situation is still not cash money.
He kept saying he couldn't run off to the moon and leave me behind.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Quark. If I hadn't been so stupid and selfish, none of this would have happened to you.
I mean, yeah, he's right. If you weren't just a fucking idiot, this wouldn't be happening right now.
I never thought this would happen.
Well, you should have. Let's be frank. When it's Zero contacting your stupid ass, yeah, you should. Junpei, out of everybody, you should know when to avoid this shit. Oh God, I hate him. I hate him so much.
Can you ever forgive me?
No.
Oh, don't worry about it. I mean, I agreed to come with you.
Oh, okay.
I thought the moon would be way more interesting than boring old Earth. What kid would turn that down?
Oh my God.
We didn't see the messenger after we got on the ship. It was on autopilot. As soon as we got in, it headed straight for the moon.
Straight to the
During
moon.
the trip, Zero told me to keep quiet once we got there. I don't remember anything after we landed.
Then there was a bunch of that white smoke, and we passed out, and when I woke up, I was in the AB room.
Now, Dio,
We don't have to talk about him. We could just forget he exists. Let him die, let him starve. Please? As like a simple courtesy from you to me.
his real name is Left, and he's the leader of a terrorist organization called the Myrmidons.
You can call yourself anything and you call yourself Left. Okay, Jan. Sure.
He was ordered to come here. The Myrmidons are under the control of an organization called Free the Soul, which is in turn controlled by a man known as Brother. It was Brother who orchestrated the release of Radical 6 into the general population 45 years ago. Do you remember what Phi mentioned earlier? The ultimate purpose of the AB project is to change history and keep Radical 6 from being released.
Dio's here to disrupt that and make sure that the history stays the same.
If we succeed, that would be bad for Brother and his organization. Our success would prevent them from creating the ideal world they're working toward.
But why? It's so useless. It doesn't even matter. Like, what? Screw your idealism. Hello, Kagami. Hello, Mystica. Hello, hello. I'm in the car and it's laggy, but hi. Hi! I love how I entered the stream and the first thing I hear was Dio. Let's just leave Dio behind. We don't have to talk about him. He's garbage, he's trash, and he's awful. Very awful.
That is why Brother sent Left, his
What I
trusted
missed?
lieutenant, to this facility.
Not much. We've released the coffin, the treatment pod. We're waiting for it to defrost. Currently, Kay, who I'm pretty sure is not Kay, and I have a sneaky suspicion I know who this is kind of explaining why everyone was brought into the facility and like exactly what's going on.
They needed to stop the AB project. So, Dio was given two tasks. The first was to eliminate Akane, the architect of the AB project.
Oh, buddy.
The second was to join the AB game and win it. If Dio won the game, the AB project would not be completed, at least not in that timeline.
Makes me wonder, like, where in the other timeline we went.
In other words, in that world, the project would have been stopped.
It's so like it was as a kid, just rehearsal. Take your time. It's okay. In other words, oh yeah.
If things didn't go as planned, Dio was given a contingency plan.
Blow the place to. Is that why he's so oddly robotic? Yeah, I'm suspicious of Kay.
If you cannot murder Akane and win the game, destroy Rhizome 9.
Hence the bombs.
Hence, the bombs.
Hence the bombs.
Can I ask you something?
Perhaps.
Love that.
How did Brother know about the AB project?
He was also an Esper.
Oh. Hence the bombs. Exactly.
We can set brother aside for now, though.
Okay, sure.
May I proceed?
Proceed with what? No one objected. We were all curious.
Excellent. That explains everyone, save two, Luna and myself. Sigma and Phi already know the truth about Luna.
Hi, Luna! Hi! Oh my god, darling.
I don't believe I should reveal any more, however. I think it would be more appropriate if you could ask Luna yourselves at a later time.
Thank you, Kay. At least that's very appropriate of you.
Would that be all right with you, Luna?
Yes, that's okay.
As for me, as I said before, I was born and raised here.
I like the necklace she has. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Her necklace is so great. I cannot hear. I'll come back when I'm home. She serves me. Curfew says, all right. See you soon, Kagami.
The rest of you were brought to this facility, but I've never left.
Yeah, Mystica. Her necklace is great. It's good. It has detailing to it. It's amazing.
That makes me someone close to Zero Senior and Akane.
Okay.
Hey, I've been wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Zero Senior?
You've already met him, Sigma. In another timeline.
Oh, yeah, Termite Man. Well, I saw a hologram. I still don't know who he is.
Stage 2 is
Oh.
complete. TP00 unlocking.
It looks like it's finished.
Ooh, shit.
Shall we open the pod?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's do it. Catching up slowly. All of us gathered around the pod. The glass was still covered with frost, hiding the contents.
Okay, let's get started then. Ready?
Yeah. Fide laid her hand on the lever and looked around at us. I swallowed. Yeah, anytime.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
That's what I feared. Kay's in here. And if Kay is in the coffin, then who the fuck is in Kay's suit? Akane! I swear to God. I swear to God. Also, this has got to be a shock for everyone, because now there's 2 Sigmas. Suddenly my head was full of memories from other timelines. I'd seen something like this before. The warehouse of Floor B, in front of the white door. Kay was lying in front of me. I grabbed his mask and saw my own face. I'd never figured out who he really was. Why was there a man with my face underneath Kay's armor? It didn't make sense. After I'd seen him, I was injected with tubercurin, and that was the end of that. But, wait. If the person in the pod was the same person I'd seen on the floor of the warehouse, who was wearing Kay's armor?
You finally noticed.
You.
Didn't I tell you? You won't be alone. I will be at your side, watching over you.
Oh my God. No. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're...
Yes, I am.
Akane Kurashiki.
Motherfucker! No, you!
It's you. June. I mean, Akane.
Oh my God,
But you're old.
Oh my God, she called her June!
Yes, that's correct. I haven't spoken to you in a very long time, Clover. Or you, Junpei?
Oh my god.
Junpei?
Oh shit, she doesn't know that? Oh fuck, I thought Clover knew that in this timeline. Whoops.
Akane. Long time no see.
I could barely hear what they were saying. My mind was reeling. It felt like all the air had been knocked out of me, and all I could do was not collapse right then and there.
When? How long?
Do you remember when the two of you saved me in the warehouse?
Yeah. Ah, thank you. Thank you, game, for showing me this clip again.
Once you saved me, you went back to your future. Well, your minds did, at least. I carried your bodies to the 3rd AB room, and then took Dio's to the 5th. After that, I went into the 1st room and borrowed Kay's armor.
Oh my god, the armor was the fucking box. Is she alive or am I dead? That's where Schrodinger's cat comes in. Okay.
So by the time you and Clover came out, you'd already...
Yes.
Wait. That doesn't make any sense. Dio killed you. And then Luna took your body into the 6th room. You couldn't have been in Kay's armor.
No, it was me. In this timeline, at least. In this one, I wasn't murdered by Dio.
That's true.
You two saved me. It's just like Schrodinger's cat. Your actions in the future decided who would be inside the armor in the past.
The armor was the box. Okay. What? No, that's nuts.
Alright, what about the other history? The one where you weren't saved. What happens then?
Well, then we get the fucking Sigma lookalike.
Who's wearing the armor?
That's quite simple. The man in front of you.
Him?
That's correct.
Is no one gonna...
Whenever I'm not in the armor, he is.
Is no one gonna mention that they look exactly the same?
What about the memory loss?
For my part, I confess that I lied. He, on the other hand, was telling the truth.
Yeah, this is... Okay, for those who don't know, spoilers. Akane, this is June. This is June from 999. Oh boy. Akane Kuroshiku is her real name. And she is a very interesting character. She's a fucking character, that's for fucking sure. Is no one gonna, like, bring up the fact that there are 2 Sigmas here? Like, come on.
Large doses of Soporil can cause memory loss. I gave him a rather large dose.
So Junpei as well survives? Points to the old man, Tenmyoji. That's Junpei. That's him.
So, who is he?
You've never seen him before?
No.
What? What the fuck am I? Chopped liver? What the hell?
What about the rest of you?
I have no idea who he is.
Wow, I am hurt? What the hell?
I've never seen him before.
Yeah, this guy is Junpei. This is Junpei, right here. Precious old man.
Me either.
Oh my god, wait, what do we look like? Wait a minute.
Total stranger.
What? Okay, something's not right. No. Y'all can't be serious. What? Hey, come on. What are you guys saying? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Wait a minute. Why does no one recognize us? Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Right here? Same face? Uh-oh. Where's the nearest mirror? I have to... Wait a minute.
Huh?
Are you all right, Mr. Sigma? Did you hit your head or something?
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Don't say I have a concussion. Don't call me crazy. What? Huh? What? It didn't make any sense. Why didn't they recognize me?
Sigma, your consciousness can jump through time.
Okay. Oh, no. Sorry, I had to turn on... Hold on. Sorry about that. I had to turn on the light. I don't like what this implies. Where's the mirror?
You can inhabit your body in the past or in the future.
Oh, no. What does that mean?
Don't you get it? You've jumped to the future. From 45 years ago.
Huh? I looked around frantically. A pond. I ran to it and threw myself down on my knees. Crawling on all fours, I approached the edge. My heart was hammering inside of my chest. A cold sweat trickled down my spine. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down, damn it. I struggled to take deep breaths. And then slowly, I peered into the pond, looking for my reflection. Let me tell y'all about the biggest joke this game has played. Every time people talk about Sigma, they always refer to him as a crippled, old, senile man. This is why, and Sigma does not know it at all. This fucking reveal is so goddamn good! Also, Termite Man! We are Termite Man! Which means we're Zero Senior. Okay, so context was to cut. We have never seen our face. We don't hear our voice. And the only visions that we see of Sigma are from the past. Because our consciousness jumped from the past to the future, he still thinks he looks like young Sigma. He's not aware he looks like this. And everyone else just sees this old man being a creep. Because he thinks he's still in college. That's when people make jokes as like, oh my god, you're still in college? God, you must be working for a long ass time. It's because he looks like this! What? No. This can't be real. This face.
It's your face, Dr. Sigma Climb.
Oh my god.
Although, to the you that's behind it now, it's your face 45 years from now. Zero, the mastermind of the AB project, is you.
Holy shit. What? No, that's not possible. That's bullshit.
No, it's the truth. Fighting it isn't going to do you any good.
Oh my god.
Please, Doctor.
I'm not a doctor!
You will be. A pioneer in the field of genetic engineering.
You're lying!
No, I'm not.
Oh my god.
You created him. Well, I suppose I should say you are going to create him.
Create?
His name is Kyle Climb.
Oh my god, wait. K stands for Kyle. Oh my god! I love him! I love K so much. It helps that he's hot. I'm sorry.
Your clone. That is why he looks just like a younger version of yourself.
Yeah, holy shit.
23 years ago, in the biolab here in Rhizome 9, you created Kyle.
You could have chose any name for him, Sigma, and you chose Kyle.
Well, I suppose for you, that's still in the future.
Oh my god.
When I said I was born and raised here, I was still pretending to be him. The gravity here is only 1/6 of Earth's.
Okay. I mean, that's gotta fuck up body somehow, right?
If nothing was done, the reduced gravity would cause his bones to be weaker than normal human ones. But you prepared for that. You gave him that armor.
That's why he has the suit. Okay. Alright. Okay, I see you. I see you, bitch.
Ever since he was born, he's lived inside of it. It kept his muscles and bones strong.
You know what? That's very fair of you. Always keep the muscles strong.
He wasn't forced into it for the nonary game.
Well, that's good. That's good. I like that.
He's been wearing it every day, all his life.
That's not good. I don't like that. But why would future me create a clone?
He was to be your spare.
Ooh, I don't like that thought. Ooh, I hate that.
If something happened to you before the project began, he would take your place.
I don't like that. Akane, I don't like that at all. I don't know about you. I don't know about you, and I don't know about the people that you surround yourself with. Oh, God, we're gonna talk about Akane later, but oh God. I have so much to say, but I am just holding my tongue.
I mentioned before that the AB projects A and B stood for after and before.
Yes.
That isn't all they mean, though.
Amazing. What else do they stand for?
The A also means anima, and the B means body. Anima is another word for the soul or the consciousness. Body is, well, exactly what it says on the tin. The past consciousness will go into the future body, and the future consciousness will go into the past body. They switch.
So, you mean to tell us that at this current moment, past Sigma, old Grandpa Sigma, is Termite Man, is in our body in the past, right now. Is the mission for him, not for us?
That was the chief goal of the project.
So wait, the future person goes into the past person?
Sigma, do you remember the note you found in the garden?
Girl, that was so long ago. Can you bring it up for us, please? Can you, flash a photo of it?
You mean this, right?
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, this makes more sense now. Okay.
Ah, of course, it was you who investigated the garden in this timeline.
Yeah.
Sigma, take a good look at this.
This shit is so confusing.
It's an illustration of the time jumps your consciousness is making. A is where everything began. December 25th, 2028.
The day you got kidnapped.
You inhaled the white smoke in your car and lost consciousness. From there, you jumped to B. January 25th, 2074. You woke up in one of the AB rooms in Rhizome 9.
And then the events of the game happen.
You are in your own body, but it is 67 years old.
Ooh, I hate that!
Your consciousness has jumped 45 years into the future. I believe that may explain why you didn't notice the reduced lunar gravity. The body you woke up in was much older. Normally, you would have noticed that your muscles were much weaker. In this case, however, the lower gravity balanced that out.
Okay.
Moving on, if you continue along this line, what happens next?
We go back.
You reach
Oh.
C,
Never mind.
which is January 27th, 2074.
So we've been in here for 3 days. Interesting.
That is today.
Whoa. Wait, what do you mean? Are you saying it's been 2 days since we woke up?
36 hours to be exact.
Oh my god, okay.
Have you already forgotten? You are all infected with Radical 6. The virus slowed your brain down. So yes, 36 hours of real time have passed. But to you, it only seemed like 14 hours and 40 minutes. Now comes the important part. After this, your consciousness will return to the past. It will re-emerge at point D. April 13th, 2029. You will return to your younger body.
But that's the same day as the reactor explosions.
Yes.
So if we even go back now, the mission's not for us. It looks like the mission is for our older self. So our older self is completing the mission, not us.
That is why I said it will be too late. You will return to the past, but the events you would want to prevent will have already happened.
Oh my god, that's so sad.
The story does not end there, however. The line continues. After reaching point D, you will eventually return to B. But this time, you won't be jumping through time, or at least not at a rate faster than normal.
Oh my god, that means he's going to literally have to spend 45 years just working on this project again to then go back in time.
Your consciousness will spend 45 years inhabiting the same body until you reach point B. Do you remember when B is, Sigma?
January 25th, 2074. According to what you just told us, it was 36 hours ago.
Correct. That was when the consciousness of the 22-year-old Sigma jumped into the body of 67-year-old Sigma.
Which means that 67-year-old us is currently hoeing it out in our 22-year-old self. Interesting.
So where did the older version of you go when you took his body?
Point A. December 25th, 2028. The day all of this started.
Yes. His consciousness will go back in time 45 years. For a period of time, he will inhabit your younger body. While your younger consciousness is elsewhere, he will be you in the past.
But once that body reaches point D, my 22-year-old self-conscious will come back for point C.
That's correct.
Okay, and then there's point E, which is just a totally different color.
When that happens, the older version of you will be ejected from your younger body and return to your body at C.
So it's rotating.
Rotating. I suppose you could put it that, but look at this illustration closely. What if you take all these lines and untangle them? You get one single line. It may look complicated, but in truth, it's a single straight path. With one exception.
This line here at point E, right?
Exactly.
That's the point that this event happens. The Nevada test site event. The one where it's like, I've killed 6,000. Nope. I've killed 6 billion people.
Point E is December 31st, 2028, the day of the total eclipse.
The day Radical 6 got out of the test facility.
Yes, by now you've likely figured it out on your own. The purpose of the AB project was to get the consciousness of the 67-year-old Sigma from point B to point A. If we can do that, we can change what happened 45 years ago.
So the old version of me will keep Radical 6 from getting out. By jumping into my 22-year-old body on New Year's Eve 2028?
Yes, that is why this line could not be interrupted. In order for the 67-year-old version of you to reach point B, we first have to go through point D. In order to get to point D, we must jump from point C. And for point C to happen, we had to recreate everything that happened in this facility.
Jesus Christ, this is a complicated plan.
That is why we have faithfully retraced history up to this point.
But how are we sure that we can change history?
So that we might save humankind from destruction.
And you're just putting this man through a loop, like an endless hellscaped loop. Holy shit. Akane!
And undo the horrors of the last 45 years.
Okay, then what happens to the people in this timeline? What? We're not saving shit. Not in this timeline. We're just creating another timeline. Akane, I love you. But this makes no fucking sense. Tell me one thing.
What is that?
You said that point C is January 27th, 2074, which is today. There's going to be a jump, and I'll jump to April 13th, 2029.
Yes, that's right.
Why haven't we jumped? But look, I'm still old. When is this jump supposed to happen?
Very soon.
Soon? Hello, Kagami. Hello.
Yes.
And what's going to trigger it?
We need potential energy stored to send your consciousness into the fourth dimension. Fortunately, we now have plenty of that. Thanks, ironically, to Radical 6.
Oh yeah, the stress is building.
All that remains is to launch your consciousness.
Hello, Akane. Yes, Akane is here, and she's thriving.
Like a bullet from a slingshot.
I'm gonna kill you for that, Akane. I'm gonna take a bullet from a slingshot and shoot it at you if you use that analogy one more fucking time. And how do you propose to do that?
Didn't I tell you? A crisis.
Oh, Akane, what are you
A
doing?
moment balanced between life and death.
Akane?
That can jumpstart your brain.
Akane? What do you mean by that?
You haven't figured it out.
Girl, I don't like the way you're saying that. It makes me feel like you're gonna do something drastic.
I mean this.
Oh! Who gave her a knife? Dio's knife? No sooner were the words out of my mouth. Fie! I screamed and leapt towards them. Akane was already in motion, the knife driving towards Fi's chest. I was almost there. When I regained consciousness, I was on the floor. There was a dull pain in my chest. It felt for a cut. But something was in the way. took me to realize that in that moment, that it was Akane's body laying on top of me. I twisted my neck to look around. Nearby was an old tombstone. On it was written a few words in Latin. Tu fui, ergo eres. What you are, I was. What I am, you will be. Oh my god! This game is so good! Let's talk about Akane. Because we're also going to talk about Fi. But also Akane. Akane Kurashiki. No. We'll start with Fi, because this is her ending. Fi is one of my favorite characters ever. And because she's so headstrong, she's so, like, just ready to push people. And she's such a smart character, and I love her. This ending does not do her justice, but God, is she such an amazing character. And I'm so excited to just, like, see more of her. Because from the judging of this, whatever comes after this, Fi's gonna be there. And I'm sure she'll be just as snarky. And she'll be amazing. And then there's Akane. I've kind of mentioned my thoughts on Akane in the past. I love Akane. And I love that her thoughts and philosophy and the way that she thinks is so, like, she doesn't care about the future she's in now. She's thinking like 3 futures ahead. She's constantly thinking about the futures ahead. And it is, I would say, to the detriment of the people around her. So, God, I love these characters. God, I love Akane. And God, I want Akane and Junpei to get a fucking happy ending, damn it. Alright. It's so twisted. It is very twisted. No, I cannot. We're just gonna let this sit for a little while. Sorry about that. A new destination has been added to the flowchart. Time After Time is the achievement you get for Fi's ending. Oh yeah, bitch, we're not done yet. Headquarters, April 13th, 2029.
Today is April 13th, 2029, and this is the evening news. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I don't have any news to read. All of our station's reporters have passed after contracting Radical 6.
Oh my god.
So have my... Excuse me. I've managed to keep us on the air until now. But I'm out of tricks.
Girl. Hun, are you good? Oh no.
It's time for me to sign off. This concludes our broadcast day. I pray that someday our world can be cleansed of this horrible plague.
Oh no.
Goodbye.
For a moment, I just stared at the TV. The roar of the static seemed to fill the entire room. Until, with a click, it disappeared too. Had the power gone out? I heard footsteps behind me and turned around. You. Akane? Akane?
It looks like the first step was successful.
What the fuck? You killed me!
Killed?
I guess technically you're going to kill me 45 years from now, but still!
Hey, no need to be rude about it.
Bitch!
I didn't kill you. I hit you with the butt of the knife. You're fine.
Oh, okay, well... I'm okay?
Yes. You and Phi needed to experience a state of crisis. That was the only way.
Me and Phi?
Yes. I only told you about you, but we also needed Phi to jump. Now, you know what happens next, right?
We go to the moon? Yeah, girl. Like, God, her, like, future sight is really good. It's gotten amazingly good. I don't think this is old Akane. I think this is just Akane gathering information from, like, the future. Which is something that she's known to do. Not for 45 years ago, but she can do it for at least 7!
We will be leaving tomorrow, April 14th, 2029. We've nearly finished preparing your shuttle. Only a few last-minute checks and additions. You'll be traveling to Rhizome 9, along with 3 treatment pods.
Alice and Clover, right?
Yes.
7 days after my birthday. 7 days after your birthday, the world collapses. What about the third one? Who's in there?
Phi.
Okay, so now we know we're pod people.
We put her into cold sleep 2 days ago. She appeared at our headquarters and volunteered to be frozen. That wasn't the Phi who jumped from point C, though. It was Phi before she jumped from point A to point D. In other words, she was following the same path you are. And she still is.
Then that means after you froze her, the point C version of her jumped back into her body?
Yes. The point C version of Phi is sleeping in that pod. She'll stay there for the next 45 years, sleeping in ice.
Then when she gets to point B, her consciousness will jump to point A, right?
Correct.
Huh. So that's why she didn't look old. Just saw the Discord notifications and like, what have I missed? A lot. We got the reveal that that Sigma is old Sigma, and we were kind of just given the lay of the land of what exactly is going on. How old is Phi? Probably around the same age.
We can't do that.
Like 22 years old, guessing?
You haven't figured it out?
What?
You have to spend the next 45 years working on the AB project.
He doesn't even get a life anymore. Oh my god.
After arriving at Rhizome 9, you must master genetic engineering and artificial intelligence programming, among other disciplines.
Jesus Christ! Out of everything you could do in your life, those are the things you choose, Sigma?
Otherwise, you will be unable to create Kyle, Luna, and Lagomorph. And, of course, you will need to develop the chromatic doors and the bracelets.
Jesus.
You will also be the person who summons Tenmyoji and Quark. Once you've completed all the preparations, then the project can actually begin. January 25th, 2074. You will defrost Phi and carry her to the third AB room.
Who the fuck is Kyle? Kyle is K.
Once you've done that, the 22-year-old version of you from point A will force you out. And you'll just go back 45 years to your own body on December 25th, 2028.
It is Junior. I don't like the name Lagomorph either. And then I change history. Do you really think I can keep the virus from getting out?
You have to. If you don't, billions of people will die.
That's a lot of pressure to put on one person, Akane.
Only you and Phi can save them.
What about you? Aren't you an Esper too?
I can't do anything on my own. If this is going to work, I'll need your help.
So, what do I need to do?
What do you mean?
Like, what specific actions do I need to take? When Phi and I jump to point A, what are we going to do then?
You'll both enter the Mars mission test site.
How do we get here? We jumped back ourselves from the future, jumped back in time, back into our own bodies. And after that?
I don't know.
God damn it, Akane. What?
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything about what happens in there. We don't know how the Radical Six escaped. We don't even know why it was there in the first place.
Ah, crap. Then we're screwed.
That's why we need your help. You have the ability to jump through time and across parallel worlds. We need you to figure out what happened in that test facility.
I see.
Things will be difficult. And I'm sure you will find yourself in a great deal of danger.
Amazing.
But I believe the two of you can overcome any obstacle.
You're helping Signet, but you're no help. Wait. How do you know it's so
The
dangerous?
67-year-old version of you told me what happened. He wasn't able to stop the virus. So I suppose you could say you told me after you failed.
We're trying to watch the VODs and get an idea of what I missed. Absolutely, yeah. Don't worry, it'll be uploaded tomorrow. What did I say?
That the test facility is full of traps.
Traps?
There was one point. A woman's life was in danger. You risked yourself for her sake and lost your arms and your right eye.
What? My arms and my right eye? Holy shit! Holy fucking shit! Oh my god! Oh, I was not expecting that. Suddenly, a low rumble shook the building. What the fuck? What was that?
Go have a look.
Oh no. I moved slowly to the window and peered outside. Oh no. On the horizon, I could see a massive mushroom cloud climbing slowly towards the sky. Is that, yeah. Would we really be able to change the course of history? No, that was the wrong way to look at it. It couldn't be a question. I had to change history. We could save the world. I'm going to change history. I stared in the darkening skies above us and steeled myself. I would succeed. Oh my god. End or beginning? Fire and Ice saw the ending, or maybe the beginning is the achievement you get for completing that. He's always had an eye missing, how no one noticed. Everyone just assumed that was what he looked like. God damn it! Piece of shit, motherfucking... No, no, no! Take a shot. Oh! In the infirmary. Another time. Oh! Oh, hello. What the hell?
Where?
Oh! Oh! Oh!
I see you've finally woken up, Kyle.
Kyle?
Yes. Of course. You've only just woken up in this timeline. It's only natural for some of your memories to be missing.
I lurched upright, jumped off the bed, and ran around the other side of the partition. The mirror over the sink was covered with a film of dirt. I wiped it off my sleeve and stared at my reflection. There was no mistake. The reflection belonged to...
Kyle Climb.
Yeah, which is you.
So, I'm Dr. Climb? Zero Senior's clone?
What?
First of all, his voice is amazing. Second of all, who the fuck are you? Because you're clearly not... You're not Kay. What happened?
How do you know that? Shouldn't you still be suffering from amnesia?
An excellent question. One I didn't quite know an answer to myself. I knew who Kyle Climb was. In another history, he had been called Kay and wore a suit of armor. He hadn't just worn the armor in that history, though. Apparently, he had worn it all his life. Kyle had been born and raised in this lunar installation, which seemed to be called Rhizome 9. Rather late into his life, Akane appeared as a mother figure, and he had consequently grown very attached to her. I knew everything about him. But even though I knew it, I didn't feel it. Was I really Kyle Climb? Every time I looked in the mirror, I saw his face. A spitting image of the Sigma Climb in his younger days. I looked down. We're the fourth dimension. It's us. Maybe. Like, we know this. Still handcuffed. I turned back around to Luna.
What day is today?
January 27th, 2074.
And today is the last day of the AB project. Akane has explained everything in the garden. And she drew a knife and attacked Phi. How long have I been asleep?
About 5 hours in real time. For them, it would have seemed like a little more than 2 hours.
He doesn't have the mask on, I think. This is maybe why it sounds this way. It's actually a different voice actor. I think I don't remember the voice actor's name for Kyle, but I think Travis Willingham is who voices him with the mask. Yeah.
So they still haven't been treated for their Radical 6?
No, they've all been given the antiviral. It just takes a while to have an effect.
Logically mask, yeah.
I see. So the consciousness of the younger Sigma has gone back into the past. It should have happened right after Akane attacked Phi, right?
Yes.
Why am I here?
The doctor carried you back here. You were in the pod in the garden.
So the person you call the doctor is Sigma Climb, as inhabited by his age-appropriate consciousness.
Okay, so who does that... So who does that make us? Because Kyle, I don't think he should have all this information.
Yes, but how do you know that?
Who the fuck are we? Who the fuck?
Dio seems to have remained unconscious.
Good. As he should be.
Yes, I've been administering Soparil whenever he gets restless.
Oh my god, Luna! You've just been drugging him? We were Dio all along. No! I won't accept this.
What about the others?
They've all gone off to different areas. Tenmyoji and Quark, for instance.
Yeah, let's go talk to them.
Oh, right. Mr. Klein.
So the sleepyhead's finally up, huh?
What are you two doing here?
Okay. I don't know. I don't care who this Kyle is. His voice is amazing.
You don't know where we are?
This is the upper floor of the pressure exchange chamber. The real one.
Mm-hmm.
We were just about to get dressed and head out.
Oh, okay.
You plan to return then? To Earth, I mean.
Yeah.
Sigma told us where we could find the shuttle that brought us here.
I know, his voice is really good. I'm sad that these two are going back home.
Well, guess he's not really the Sigma I knew anymore. He's Dr. Klein now, or Zero Senior, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, that's not confusing at all.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, I'm just curious why you would choose to return to a devastated planet when you could stay here.
It's got a point.
How's staying here gonna help?
Well, that's true.
You aren't gonna say something idiotic about how we should wait here until Sigma changes the past, are you?
I don't think that's going to help us now.
You can't wait for something that's already happened.
Try to process hearing your new voice into this place. Yeah, I know. We're introduced to a new voice and half of us like, ooh, I love it. And you're just like, so wait, where's this new voice coming from?
Grammar doesn't work that way. Hell, nature doesn't work that way. You following me?
Okay.
We've already lived through history.
Yes.
Sigma failed to keep the virus from getting out. About 45 years ago, Radical 6 created a pandemic, and the antimatter reactors blew up. That all happened. Whatever Sigma does in the past, history's not going to change. In fact, it's because of what he did, or didn't do in the past, that we've got this past and present. Let me give you an example.
All right, let's hear it.
Imagine a group of 100 motorcycles driving down an endless freeway. Eventually, they hit a junction. The road splits in two. One freeway continues off northwest, and the other stretches out to the northeast.
Okay.
So one guy, we'll call him S, pipes up. Let's go northwest, he says. So they take the northwestern road. But about a mile past the intersection, something horrible happens. A semi driving the other way veers into their lane and plows through the bikers. 90 of them die. The surviving 10 are wounded, but survive.
We're talking about Junpei. So you don't know it until it's revealed, but Junpei is always Junpei. Absolutely, yeah. Junpei, no matter what his form is, always sticks to his morals, and I love him for that, and his ideologies.
They don't stop, though. They keep riding down that highway, and eventually they'd gone 10,000 miles. Then suddenly, something happens that they couldn't have predicted. S, who had survived, suddenly has his consciousness thrown back in time. He ends up back in his own body just before they reach the junction.
Yep.
He remembers everything. So what does S do? What anybody would do. Let's go northeast. That means all 100 of the bikers survive to reach their destination, happy and healthy.
That's good.
And they all live happily ever after.
Yeah!
That's what you're thinking, right? It's a great outcome for the 100 bikers that went northeast. But what about the 10 that went northwest and survived the accident?
Huh? Wouldn't it be 9 people? I mean, S's mind went back in time, right?
Right. Okay, 9 people then. What happens to the reality they were living? Does it just disappear when S changes the past?
Clearly not, since we're still in this future. Those futures exist congruently, which means that in one timeline, we're free. In another timeline, Sigma is making the same choices over and over and over again.
It's not as if it was only bad things that happened during that 10,000-mile trip. Maybe one of them fell in love with a woman working at a gas station they stopped at and had a child. Maybe one of them picked up a homeless kid who joined them on their adventure.
Oh.
That 10,000-mile journey would be full of stories, friendships, farewells, romances. The loss of those 90 lives is horrible and unfortunate. But what would rewriting their history mean? The 9 who survived lived full lives. How can it be right to just erase all that?
It's not.
The survivors overcame their own misery and loss and made the best they could of the hand they'd been dealt. Isn't that worth something? Isn't that the best thing that humans can aspire to? Is there really any point to a world where everything is happy? Are people who struggle for a better life just idiots? Being human is about fighting even when it seems hopeless, and finding happiness even in a world that hates it.
God, I love Junpei so much.
Are you saying that's worthless? If you're saying rewriting the past will erase all these other timelines, then whatever God wrote those rules can Look, I'm just not going to accept that, all right?
Don't curse in front of the child.
You get it?
If Sigma changes the past, then you and Quark will never meet.
Is he right?
No, it's not going to happen.
Oh.
We're here right now. This is reality.
I think I know why I find it so off to hear his voice. Speak on it. Speak on it.
Even if Sigma does change the past, we're not just going to disappear or something.
Yeah, this reality still exists. The other one just also exists at the same time.
Oh, then that means we get to stay together?
Oh, yeah!
Good.
Oh my god, buddy.
Thanks, kid.
I understand how you feel. Why you want to return to Earth is clear.
Just the playing, hearing his voice, when all of a sudden we got a voice. It's like knowing he's in his place and I'm used to the other one we're playing. Little Timmy.
You have lives there, I imagine. There are
Yeah.
likely people waiting for you.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Have you
Oh.
already said goodbye to the others?
Bye, Luna, Alice, and Clover all saw us off. We told them we'd see him again someday, and then came here.
They were the only people you want to say goodbye to?
Well, no point saying anything to Dio.
Besides, he's asleep. You were asleep too.
Sorry, but we didn't really know much about you.
Oh, that's fair.
You have a point. Akane was in the armor in this timeline, after all.
Did you say goodbye to Akane?
What about Sigma?
Well, he's not really Mr. Sigma anymore.
Of course. He is Dr. Klein now that his consciousness has returned.
Yeah, but more importantly, he's the guy who brought us all here.
Yeah, and I don't think you're too friendly on him right now.
Not a lot of warm feelings there, you know?
And Akane?
Speak on it.
Never mind her.
Ah! Wow!
She's just like him.
Ugh.
Not the Akane I knew.
Oh, buddy.
She must have seen some pretty awful things over the years. Hell, she might not even be human anymore.
That hurts to hear him say, but he also has a point in which Akane is so driven by this project. Like, her thought processes and how she functions, she's very much of like the greater good above all. And that's kind of hard for someone who's like Tenmyoji, like Junpei, who's very much, I live in this real, like you said, Kagami, Junpei has always been, I am living in this moment. This is my reality. This is the only timeline that we're in because I'm the one living in it. Akane doesn't see it that way. Akane is like, well, there's always these other timelines. There's things that we can do, we can change. She's so like of the bigger picture, while Junpei is of like, not trapped, but encased in the timeline that he's in.
But the Akane Kurashiki I know isn't here.
Damn.
She's not anywhere.
She's dead. I can't believe it.
In the end, Clover and I were just pawns.
Oh, hi, you two. How are you guys doing?
Pawns to be used and then gotten rid of. Still, it's not like we're completely resentful.
Kind of so detached from everyone else suffering but her own timelines. The greater good somewhere while making futures that were worse. Yeah. Holy shit, her Boombas. Thank you, Mystica. Should have let Akane burn in the incinerator. As an elementary school kid to Junpei. Oh my god. Nah, stop.
We had to be here to help change the past.
But now you're stuck here, so...
That part's easy to understand. But...
Kinda sucks, though. I mean, Sigma and Phi have it easy.
Yeah, they can go back.
They get to go back to December 25th in 2028. They'll stop the Radical Six and save the world, and then they'll have a nice, normal future to look forward to. In other words, they get to go back to Point E and just enjoy history like it was supposed to happen.
Wait, is it because of the tome their snake's gone? What do you mean by that? Also, yeah, like, poor Clover and Alice, they were just taken, not of their own volition, and just said, you're stuck in this game now.
But
Old. Old.
We're stuck with Point C as our starting point.
You told us about Tenmyoji's story, right? The one with the motorcycles?
I never got clarification. For what I understand.
It would be like if Alice and I were kidnapped right before the intersection.
Which you were.
Then whoever grabbed us takes us to wherever the bikers are going, 10,000 miles to the northwest.
Don't get us wrong. We know why we had to be here. Without us, S's consciousness wouldn't have been able to go back to right before the intersection.
But now you're stuck on that other timeline.
If that couldn't happen, then the fate of those 90 dead bikers would be sealed. But
it's still not the best situation for those of us left in the Northwest. We're stuck in the reality where the 90 bikers...
Are we just supposed to go live on Earth? It's a wasteland now.
Yeah, no. They're not in the proper timeline, so is Snake gone because he wasn't taken with them? Maybe? Like, Snake is probably dead in this timeline, which sucks. But there's a possibility that he's still in the backwards timeline, but Clover's not there, which is a problem.
And what about our friends and families? We left a whole world behind 45 years ago.
Did he overage?
Even if it is for the greater good?
It just doesn't seem fair, does it?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Not at all fair.
It's a little bit much.
He's just dead. Poor Snake. I miss him. I miss him so much.
So we went and talked to the old lady.
She told us that there is one way.
One way we could get back to the past.
Let's say you do go back to the past. Wouldn't that cause your minds to get thrown back here? That seemed to be how Sigma and Phi's jumps worked, at least.
Yes, you're right.
We need a part where we get to take them back and see Snake. I agree. I want to see Snake again.
But this is different.
Different? How so?
Different how?
From what she said, it sounds like there's a way we can send our bodies back in time, too.
Oh, okay.
That's ridiculous. It would create a paradox. How could you have two Clovers and two Alices at the same time?
But that wouldn't happen.
Akane says there's a way around that.
How on earth does she plan to do that?
Schrodinger's
cat.
Oh?
Oh, hey, Kyle.
Oh, hi.
Figured you'd come here eventually.
Where's Dr. Klein? Luna said you were with him.
He said he was tired, so he's off resting right now.
Oh, okay. Fair, I guess.
There's a bedroom at the end of the hallway. He's in there if you're curious. Oh, right. He told me to turn on this hologram projector thing when you showed up. Want me to start it?
Sure.
Great, we don't even get to talk to him face to face.
Glad to see you.
Hi! Hello, Termite Man. Hi, Sigma.
There isn't anything in particular that I have to tell you. However, I imagine there are a great number of things weighing on your mind.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd love to answer all your questions, but unfortunately, my circumstances make that an impossibility.
Great.
I hope you can forgive me. Everything I know, Phi should also know.
Oh?
I have instructed her to answer any questions anyone might have.
Okay.
Anyone other than Kyle, that is.
What does he mean, other than Kyle?
Who knows? Is there anything you want to ask?
Oh, right, well, I guess I may as well cut to the chase.
Okay.
Just who are you, Phi?
I'm not Superman, that's for sure. And I'm not Batman or Spider-Man or Aquaman or a Merman or a Wolfman.
I think you've made this joke before.
I'm not a Brahmin or Kamen or Ramen. I'm not a Cayman either, so you really don't need to worry about anything.
Okay.
Please don't dodge the question. About 5 hours ago, Akane attacked you with a knife.
Yes, this is true.
That triggered something which sent your mind back to the past, correct? Specifically, you were sent to Point D, April 13th, 2029. On that date, your body was already in Akane's custody. Although by then you were in cold sleep. You wouldn't have regained consciousness, but your mind was now inhabiting that body. That pod was your home for 45 years. You slept there, frozen, until the time was right.
Okay.
Then on January 25th, 2074, you were finally thawed out. Even though you didn't wake up. Still unconscious, you were carried to the AB room. That was when your consciousness changed bodies again.
Okay.
A version of you from December 25th, 2028 arrived, pushing you out.
I know she looks like she'd be named Noodles.
And sending you back to December 25th, 2028.
Okay.
This is when you finally woke up. In 2028, you found and joined forces with Sigma, whose older mind was inhabiting his younger body. Together, you attempted to infiltrate the Mars mission test facility. Unfortunately, your plan failed. The Radical Six did escape on New Year's Eve. That failure determined the path you followed. Instead of going along the line that branches out to the right from Point E, you headed straight to Point D. Point D being April 13th of the following year. That was the day that you made your way to Akane's hideout and asked to be put into one of the treatment pods.
Okay.
Another consciousness enters your body around that time from the future. It is, of course, the version of you that left your body when Akane attacked you in the garden. This caused the two versions of you to swap places. And you moved 45 years into the future, where you woke up on the garden floor. That put you on the line that comes here. So if we discount the time you spent in cold sleep, for you only 3.5 months have passed since that happened. That being when you were sent back into the past from the garden.
Okay.
Have I missed anything?
No, everything you talked about you got right.
Well, what do you mean by that?
I'm kind of an unknown variable in this equation. You could think of me as a kind of X factor.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
It's taken me the last 3.5 months to understand it.
Okay. In what way, though?
And I haven't understood anything in the last 3.5 seconds.
You know what? That's fair.
Could you please explain?
It's kind of like the relationship between classical mechanics and modern physics. Strictly speaking, you can't combine velocities with V1 plus V2.
Oh god, this is gonna make my head hurt.
V1 plus V2 divided by 1 plus V1 times V2 over c squared is the actual equation.
Huh. What do you know?
Of course, the sort of velocities we encounter in day-to-day life don't come close to being c squared, which is the speed of light squared. That means that 1 plus V1 times V2 divided by c squared is usually going to evaluate to something pretty close to 1.
Huh, alright, well, fucking neat, I guess.
Since that would mean dividing by 1, it's usually okay to just skip that step and use V1 plus V2. You see what I'm saying? In most situations, it works, even if it isn't technically correct. So you knew enough to get the stuff you were talking about, right? As long as you stick to that, you won't run into any problems.
Okay, so where do you come in this?
I don't quite understand. In fact, I feel like you're dodging my questions.
So was that what you wanted to ask about?
No. What I really want to know is what happened between Christmas and New Year's Eve in 2028. You and Sigma infiltrated the Mars mission test site, didn't you?
Yes.
What happened there? How did Sigma lose his eye and both his arms?
That's a great question.
And why was Radical 6 in there in the first place?
Even better question.
What could a deadly virus have to do with the simulated mission to space?
Sorry, but I can't tell you that.
Oh, great. Well, I guess that makes... Wait, why not? The future's already happened!
Why?
Because it would change history. There is a history where the virus didn't escape. That's the line that goes to the right of point E. In that timeline, humanity isn't heading for annihilation, and Earth isn't red. The future is much brighter.
Okay.
But if I tell you what you're asking me right now, then that reality will disappear. You understand?
Essentially, it has become Schrodinger's cat. By saying into reality what happened, you choose which reality happened. And by not saying it, huh, interesting.
I don't. Why would all of that disappear if you told me what I want to know?
You're about to go back to the past, right?
Excuse me?
The past? Don't be silly. I can't do that.
Then where the hell did you learn all this stuff?
What?
I just listened to you tell me a bunch of things you shouldn't have known about. You were sleeping in the pod in the garden. You just woke up.
That's true. We don't know who's in not Sigma's. We don't know who's in Kyle's body right now. Because clearly it's not Kyle.
So how can you know all this? You know my past. Sigma's past.
Speak on it. Luna? Nope, not Luna.
I shall give you your answer.
Thank you! Can't be taken back. If you open the box, you know it's alive or dead and can't change that. Exactly. If we speak into an existence, it will become existence.
You are not Kyle Climb.
Thank you. Who the fuck am I?
Your body is Kyle's, but your consciousness is not. Think about it. Do you really believe you're Kyle?
No. Am I forced to be Kyle, though? Because I won't lie. If I have to live with this voice, I can live with that.
Or could you be someone else entirely?
Who? And how?
Then, where is the real Kyle's consciousness?
He was thrown out when you entered.
He's dead?
Right now, in a
Oh,
manner
never mind.
of
He's just in the
speaking,
past. Never mind.
He has arrived at December 25th, 2028.
In a manner of speaking?
His consciousness has gone into a body from that time.
I guess ours, but we don't know who we are.
I doubt you know how much the doctor loves Kyle. He raised him on his own. Kyle is irreplaceable. Do you really think he would go back to the past and leave Kyle behind here?
Part of me wonders yes.
I know what I told the others.
By the way, the segment was spoken on canon after the release of Zero Time Dilemma. Yes, that is true. Because with this part here, it gets really confusing.
That Kyle was Dr. Climb's spare. But that was not his only purpose. Kyle's consciousness is integral to what we are trying to accomplish. This new mission begins on Christmas and ends on New Year's Eve 2028.
5 days, not even.
Its purpose will be to infiltrate the test facility and prevent the spread of the virus. For this to happen, Kyle is absolutely necessary.
The fate of the world is in Kyle's hands. Amazing.
And that is why he created him?
Yes.
So now that my consciousness has entered his body, the Doctor has achieved his objective. Kyle has gone back to 2028 to participate in his mission.
Correct.
There's one thing that troubles me.
Because of Zero Time Dilemma's Rust production, my guess is that he had plans for ZT2 to clarify this. Maybe we could have played as whoever Kyle ended up being, but it's a lot of his ideas got shunned for the sake of producing the game. Yes, that is true. ZT, we'll talk about Zero Time Dilemma when we start playing it. It's kind of the odd older child, like the odd youngest child of the trilogy. Like, we'll talk about the weird productions of Zero Time Dilemma when we get to it, but yeah.
Kyle was created before reaching point B from point D. That means his body did not exist on Christmas in 2028.
So whose body were we supposed to inhabit? Whose body was he supposed to inhabit?
Does that mean he has entered my body? Have we just switched places?
I suppose you could put it that way, yes.
That's ridiculous. What's going to happen to me?
You're gonna perish.
You telling me I have to spend the rest of my life here in this box, living in a borrowed body?
No, not at all. You can travel freely through time and space. You are an uncontrolled variable that entered our closed system.
I know, I just wanted to throw this out there for people being like, whatever the ever-living fuck. Yeah, absolutely. You're all good, Kagami.
As such, the rules of this world do not apply to you.
We are eternal! We can start flying!
I have no idea what...
Please don't try to play dumb. I know what you are.
Great, can you tell us what we are?
Surely you must know by now, too. You are about to go into the past and save the world. Phi and Sigma, even with all of his future knowledge, will need your help. Only you can right the horrible wrongs of our past. Only you can save the world.
There's no way I...
Yes, there is. You have to. Don't you want to know the truth?
Oh, yes, please.
Don't you want to know what happened in between Christmas and New Year's Eve in 2028?
Well, yes, I do, but...
No, you're fine. You're fine. No, you're absolutely fine, Kagami. Don't worry. My plan is to play ZTT probably Saturday, but we'll talk about it at the end of stream. Don't worry.
Then you must believe.
You just gotta believe.
Reality is shaped by what we believe reality should be. If observation can change the motion of a particle, then how is it odd to think that human thought can shape reality? Your will can change history. The world will be reshaped into the one you imagine.
Bitch, you better be imagining a good history. Hello.
Remember what I've told you.
Oh my goodness. Hello. Hi. Thank you for the raid, Noizumi. Noizumi Okumura. Hello. Ah, yes, absolutely.
Only you can change history. Only you
can save the world. How's VLR treating you? Absolutely well. We're just about to finish it. We're just about to finish wrapping it up. Alternative ending. A certain point of view caught a glimpse of another timeline. Ooh! Thank you, Nozumi. That was Zero Time Dilemma. Nope. That was not Zero Time Dilemma. That was Virtue's Last Reward. Not the awkward, but the well-beloved middle child of the Zero Escape series. Oh my goodness. Let's get the music back on here. No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. No, yeah. Thank you all so much for joining me along on this wonderful fucking journey. Got a raid and dash, but enjoy the rest of the night. Absolutely. Holy shit. Thank you, Noizumi Okumura, for the follow. Welcome to the family. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And thank you for the raid as well. We got friends. And those we would hit with a shovel for fun. Yep. Take a shot for Dio. Because we fucking hate him in this household. Thank you for stopping along, Nozumi. Thank you to Nozumi Okumura for the follow in the raid. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who stopped by with the raid. Thank you, Kagami. Thank you, Pagetown. Thank you, Mystica. Last taste, yeah, say your grievances on Dio right now, because the stream is going to end soon. Yep. Of course, as usual, I stream mostly I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. In the afternoon time, Eastern Standard Time, I usually would start stream around this time, but we started earlier today because I felt fancy, fun, and free. Yeah, I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We won't stop hating on him. This will continue for life. Absolutely. Just like getting people drunk for VLR. Nope. For Valhalla. I have a Discord channel if you want to join the Discord. That is where I am. I also have a VOD channel where I upload the VODs usually the next day. I'm trying to get better on that, but yeah. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you all for this wonderful adventure through VLR. And I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you all so much, and I will see you guys with Zero Time Dilemma. Goodbye. Mwah!